Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Monday, September 25th, last week of the month, last week of the fiscal year. We got the potential or possibility of a government shutdown hanging over our heads at 12:01 a.m. on Saturday. If Congress, and from what I understand now, even if they come up with a continuing resolution this week in the House that all members can agree upon, it's just not going to get to the president's desk fast enough to avert a shutdown. So we're probably going to see a shutdown, but it's hopefully will be short-lived. Anyway, we'll deal with that if and when it comes. One thing, and so we had a positive day today. One thing I want to mention, which I think is important, I totally forgot that, we have these first of the month payments. These are big payment days. These are things like Medicare, Medicaid, military pay, veterans benefits, social disability, all that kind of stuff, which normally goes out the first of every month. And, these are like 90, 100 billion flow days, leading flow days. But the first of the month comes on Sunday. So that means these payments are going out on Friday. Okay? So Friday is going to be a big leading flow transfer day. So that's bullish. That's bullish for the market. And I think today's bounce, you're going to see that, you're going to see some follow through off of today's bounce. And as a matter of fact, that those first of the month payments could completely wipe out the tax drain that happened on September 15th. In other words, all of that was drained out will get recovered. All right, so we're going to be in a period now. And again, I apologize because I forgot to think of the calendar and when these payments are coming out, and they're going to come out on Friday. I think they're going to come out on Friday because they should come out on, if the payment day falls on a weekend, then the government makes the payments on the last business day of the month, which is going to be Friday. So that'll boost the market. I mean, for sure, we got high levels of bearish sentiment right now. We got people short. And so that's going to boost the market. And, we should be good now going into, at least into October 15th, where we're going to see another tax drain. Okay? I'm not trying to put this out there to be like all this short-term oriented kind of advice, because I'm against that. And again, just to repeat myself, I will say that the overarching picture longer term is bullish because fiscal flows are very strong. I mean, we're still looking at 40, 50% higher than what we were seeing during the Trump presidency. So, we're running like 550, 560 billion a month. I mean, that's big. And that's not coming down. I mean, you would need major spending cuts passed in Congress for that to come down. And that's just not going to happen. I mean, they're going to pass another defense bill right now. Once we get this continuing resolution straightened out, there's another defense bill with more spending in it. There's Social Security that continues to go up, not just because cost of living increases, although in next year the cost of living increase is going to be much smaller than what it was this year. But don't forget, we got the roles of recipients are increasing. You got all the baby boomers like me. I'm signing up for it in October. Okay? I could have signed up for it, actually last year when I turned 65, but I get more money if I sign up this year. When I'm 66 and a half, I get more money, so I'm signing up for it. So until we all die, us baby boomers, the rolls of recipients are going to continue to increase, and that means the annual outlays for Social Security are going to continue to increase. And no, it's not going to run out of money. That's just a bogus, irrational fear that is propagated or perpetuated by people who want to cut Social Security. The checks are always going to get cashed. So, I mean, I'm not even going to get into it on this video, but Greenspan said it back in 2006 when he told Paul Ryan that, the government can create as much money and pay it to whomever it wants. The only question is whether or not the real assets are there for which those funds are meant to consume. In other words, do you have the food, the shelter, the clothing, the health care, maybe the leisure, all the stuff to sustain people? Those are the finite things. The money is just like a click on a computer, keyboard. Anyway, so yeah, we got the first of the month payments coming in on Friday. That changes the dynamic of the market now, at least until October 15th. Now, we could have that government shutdown. And it looks like we will have at least a short government shutdown. And I'm not sure, I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure how that's going to impact the flows. It should impact it negatively, at least a little bit. I mean, the big payments are going to get made. The Social Security, the interest payments, I'm sure they're going to pay defense, that kind of stuff. The Medicare, Medicaid, I'm pretty sure that big stuff is going to get paid. I don't know what's not going to get paid. We'll have to see. I mean, I see the numbers every day. So right away, if there's a shutdown, I'll be able to see the impact to the flows. I'm not worried about that. I'm just thinking that at least initially, I mean, if the thing is sustained, if the shutdown lasts for a long time, then it could have a significant impact on the flows. But I don't anticipate that is going to be the case, just because it's political suicide for both sides, the Democrats and the Republicans, to have a long-lasting government shutdown. I think the longest one we ever had, I don't know if that was during Clinton or I forget who, but it was like 16 days or something like that. I suspect that this one will be less, but we'll see. We'll see. The good news is we see the numbers every day. I mean, unless they shut down the reporting of these numbers as a consequence of the government shutdown, I don't know. We'll see that too, if that happens. So yeah, I mean, the rest of this week, if you're trading this market, you wanna be on the buy side now. We're gonna go back up. I'm telling you this stuff right in advance. I'm just telling you this stuff right in advance. There's still 58 billion that needs to be recovered, but that's going to get recovered on Friday when these big transfers go out. These are the first of the month payments. They're going to go out on the 29th, I think, because the first is on a Sunday, and obviously the government doesn't make these transfers on the weekend, on business days. So looks pretty good for the rest of this week. And then we have to deal with October 15th when we'll get another dip. And then after that, we go into towards mid-November, where we get a big quarterly interest payment. That'll be a big boost. Then we go into December 15th, where we get another quarterly tax drain. And so we really don't get into full clear until like the third or the fourth week in December. And then we're good all the way into mid-February, where we should have a really good rally. And then, we're coming into 2024. That's a presidential election year. You're going to get lots of headlines and all kinds of fun stuff to trade off of, all right? So that about sums it up for this week. I'll be here every day giving you guys updates, but I just wanted to give you a heads up on what's happening at the end of the week. And again, I forgot to look at the calendar. I didn't think about it. September only has 30 days. And yeah, so it ends basically last business day is on a Friday. And it's very important to know to keep track of the calendar. And when a lot of you guys have been asking me, like, when do we know? It's all this stuff is on the calendar, right? Sometimes I just, I know when these quarterly drains and these interest payments come out. Sometimes, and I know the first of the month payments, but sometimes I forget that the first of the month falls on a weekend. And so that pushes up these transfers to the last business day of the month. So there you have it. Anyway, that's it for today, folks. Don't forget, go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com. A lot of resources on there, and sign up for a 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. Remember, I send out emails to my subscribers all day long, so they get this information firsthand before anybody else. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.